Sorry, I got like gum in my mouth. But recently, I've been receiving a lot more comments on my Castorice's global passive video as a whole, talking about it not being as bad. I originally decided to private the video because I wasn't really confident when stating my overarching opinion in this video. After receiving comments on my other video titled Castorice is going to kill the game, I saw that I was caught with my pants down and decided to put the video back up. I eventually saw that one of my friends found the catalyst to all the comments, catching me in 4K, and it was apparently Tectone who reacted to the video and his audience that commented on it. Tectone actually reacted to my video, and I honestly see this as a massive W. Thank you, Tectone, for reacting to my video and giving me at least a little bit of a spotlight on my tiny ass channel. I enjoy the content that you make and respect you a ton. Before I get into my little reaction, I want to tell everyone that I will actually be playing for Castorice. Not because I'm a shill for this game, but I actually enjoy playing Honkai Star Rail and am having a ton of fun with the game so far. Castorice was one of the characters I had my eyes on from the beginning of M4 along with Cypher and Final. So I'm not gonna let something as stupid as a global passive change my view on whether or not I decide to pull for a character. Also, to everyone who said I must be out of breath or something, I literally kind of was. So I do a ton of takes for my videos, and it's just a lot of stuttering. I also try to talk pretty fast sometimes too, so that is probably why. Anyway, let's get right into this reaction, you know. Okay, so let's get into this, guys.
Because I am curious from this guy's perspective. From a I'm that ghost, Castorice passive might not be that bad. Okay, let's see it.
I already know a lot of people are going to be calling me a hypocrite in the comments, so let me just say that right now. So, yes.
Oh, he's aware that he's a hypocrite, which means it's fine. Okay, great. I'm aware that people might be calling me a racist in the comments, so let me address that right now. You filthy... It's fine, though, because he acknowledges his faults. He acknowledges it. Now, I've seen a lot of people saying this shit. I've been seeing a lot of people saying, oh, it's not really that bad, so I am curious to hear their perspective.
Today, the 3.2 live stream happened for HSR, which I kind of reacted to on my Twitch. I'm that Ghost YT, and there was a good amount of rewards to be gained from this update, like the free character of the future, free one May or LaRocha, and a free 30 pulls. But this also confirmed the global passive that was leaked inside the betas is going to be arriving to HSR. If you don't know, which I don't blame you if you don't know, since they just sped right over it, Castorice is supposed to have a global passive that I definitely should have just sped up there instead of just like being so slow, like, which I don't blame you if you don't do it because you gloss right over it. I probably should have actually just got straight to the point right there. Revives one of your characters or all of your characters if they get down at the exact same time. That can be...
Stop. Tell me that's not true. Can somebody confirm that? Does it actually revive multiple people if they all get down at the same time? That's a thing? Wait, it's more OP than what I thought. Wait, can Bailu's passive do that? No? Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright. That's insane.
Activate her once per battle, but after revive they have one turn until they get downed again unless they get healed or shielded. Like I mentioned in the previous video, this passive sets a very bad precedent for what's to come in the future. Let's talk about the good and bad of this ability. Firstly, the good. I definitely should have said there, focus the video more on what's to come in the future rather than what is here right now. So that was honestly my bad. This ability is something that I feel could be useful for newer players, especially since when overworld farming...
Newer players won't have it. They won't have the character. Because you're not going to have Castorice if you're a new character. Or if you're a new player. So that makes no fucking sense.
Okay, so I definitely should have added the fact that newer players wouldn't get Castorice from the get-go. What I meant to say was a newer player that decides to pull for Castorice would have somewhat of a safety net when doing stuff like... I should have added the fact that newer players wouldn't have Castorice from the get-go. What I meant to say was that newer player that decides to obtain Castorice would have somewhat of a safety net, when doing stuff such as overworld farming. I honestly really should have specified that. I take fault for that. That was on me. Expecting people to have a new 5-star character, like, come on, me. What am I doing?
They have a 3-week window, so it'll help new players that start for a 3-week period, and as long as that's the character they want. But it's also going to force them to have no flexibility or any capability of pulling for who they want to. They just pull the character that's OP because it boosts their account.
Okay, so with this one, the argument that this limits team flexibility, I still think that team flexibility still requires a team at the end of the day. Like, you still need a DPS, you still need a sub DPS, a buffer, a debuffer, or sustainer. And plus, it's not like you have to pull any character in this game. Pulling for characters in this game is just kind of a form of content and an optional thing to do. The problem mainly arrives when we throw the topic about endgame into the mix, because you usually have to fight enemies in the story, but they'll usually be like somewhat easy to deal with, depending on how fast you learn their mechanics, your own character's kits, and you know what synergizes and what doesn't. In-game is the main concern, because after you complete the story, that is literally all you can do left, aside from the events. Also, more specifically, the HP inflation, which what most people are mainly worrying about. Like I stated in like my previous video, like what I doom posted at a Castorice, the HP very much be doubled in the amount of time after Castorice joins the roster and becomes a playable character. If they start scaling in-game on global passive characters or not, it could really be troublesome in the future, and could really make it seem like some of these accounts are just bricked. Like, you can't clear at all, ever again. Which, for most casuals, I don't think their main focus is the in-game at all. I think their main focus is more on what a character can do and what they can provide them, like based on how cool their animations look and stuff. So
So no, it's horrible for new players, and also new players can't get it outside of this 3-week period.
you can get chased down by enemies and attack. I do kind of agree with what he said there, where this is horrible for new players that don't decide to pull for Castorice. Because, I mean, if you do, you could try to speed run everything there's to do, and you could probably get a pretty good amount of pulls. So, causing you to die in battle. Trust me, I've experienced this a lot when going chest hunting and not having a decently built topaz. I also think this ability is quite decently balanced, having the condition that you need to be healed or shielded before they take... Starting free to play right now is crazy. And start off with 1% of their HP is really solid for an ability like this. I think it's actually pretty solid for her to have this ability when factoring in regular overworld and simulated universe farming. There's even 2 blessings and Bailu who can offer revives to your characters, though
You can't run Bailu because she's fucking dog shit. She's not good enough. You can't run her.
I do say that in the video. Bro did one take for this video. Oh my god, dude, it's so... Bro started talking. Oh my god, bro. Yeah.
Her kit's way too RNG. She's a product of the past. She's fucking terrible.
That is
right?
quite...
She's fucking garbage.
You fair, have to pick that blessing or put Bailu on the team, which a lot of people... Unless...
No, it's important that you guys hear how fucking stupid anybody who's defending this practice sounds. That's why I love this video. This video is I love highlighting the absolute dumb fucks that are actually fighting for this. It is so.
Honestly, thank you. But also at the same time, I think what he's saying is quite fair. Defending a thing like this is pretty stupid, especially with the way they have implemented this into the game. I don't think it really requires defending at all. Like I mentioned at like the end of this video, I say this video was to kind of bring hope to the discussion right now about the global passive. Like, I was mainly trying to come up with an idea for this because I think that global passives can work in a game like this, but the way they implemented this is really poor and really greedy. It is really bad. So just leave it at that. The way Hoyo implemented global passives is bad.
So important that you guys hear this.
If you're new, we'll have some kind of limited sustain option already. So it's not really worth putting Bailu on the team since she has no cleanse. If we had a light cone or something that gave her an indirect cleanse, I believe she would have a lot more value since she already heals a ton. Okay, so right here I was literally just coping. I don't really have anything else to really defend myself with this one. It's literally just coping. Like, I can't really say much about that. It's literally just cope. It's quite funny to me. Though at the same time, we also have a ton of specialized, limited sustain options with another one on the way.
Yeah, guys, how many of y'all would pull for a limited light cone to make your Bailu have a cleanse? Oh, man, wouldn't that be so good? Finally, all us Bailu mains can rise up.
With the character Hyacinth, who's supposed to be a 5-star urban
Wow.
healer. The fact that it's global is a great thing for Castorice owners and quite new player friendly. It means you have a little safety net if your characters get down during the fight. Now the bad.
Yeah, you know what would have been better? If they just made pylons or towers that you can grind for by taking your simulated universe currency and put it into these pillars that globally increase your attack percent, your speed, your crit rate, crit damage, your defense, and give you special abilities. And you make it a free-to-play system. You don't lock this to limited 5 stars.
Boy, does he know what I'm about to say, like, right after this, bro. It's
by
crazy.
the way, every other turn-based RPG does that system, where it's not locked into limited 5 stars. It's just locked to playtime, and it gives players another goal to hit for endgame progression. And it's great to have.
That would definitely be a lot better. Like, they could put this behind the story, maybe. Because a lot of people don't feel like playing the story, you know. Putting it behind the story would increase people's willingness to probably finish doing the story stuff. He does have a point here, too.
Because it gives you more of a reason to play. But instead they say, oh, Dwayne needs his 5th yacht. I can't believe I have to explain this.
Being only the fact that this...
Pokey said the same thing? Yeah, I know. He said the same thing right after I said it, just like everybody else does in this community.
is attached to a character. I 100% agree with Tectone when he said this should be...
Thank you.
attached to a tower system.
Thank you.
Or maybe some kind of account skill tree. We already have skill trees in-game via the simulated
Remember who the original was, guys.
universe.
It's a lot easier
Pre-watch.
sound correct when you wait for me to be the first person to talk on every single fucking subject, and you know that's the truth. And you want me to give you a real fact? Every single time something controversial happens, and I'm not the one to weigh in on it first, the community goes into chaos because people don't know whose opinion to copy. And that's a goddamn fact. Every time I go on vacation, the community goes into fucking chaos. And you can check that every single fucking time.
The way of implementing this kind of global passive is just the wrong way for something like this. For example, they could make something like ZZZ's Infinite Battle Tower and have it basically be like a Pure Fiction 2. Then have mini stages where they give you something like the Jade Feathers for completing in-game modes and having that being the currency for unlocking different nodes and special abilities like the global passive. This will be quite approachable to the average free-to-play player down the line who skipped Castorice and still wants a revival ability or serve as an alternative to people who didn't pull for Castorice.
Why is this dude so out of breath?
Or use her. I had also
What a team that is. Oh my god.
Nobody's building Bailu. And Bailu can only resurrect one.
I don't know why I'm preaching Bailu so hard. I think it's mainly just because of the fact that I have an E4 Bailu, bro. I just want to use her. Is that too much to ask? Like, I just don't want to keep getting Bailus, bro. It's not too much to ask, Starrail. It's not too much to ask, Koyo. Like, stop giving me Bailus, please.
Castorice can revive multiple, and she doesn't even have to be on the fucking team. Nobody's doing that. She doesn't even have a fucking cleanse. Her heal is way too RNG. She's fucking terrible, and she's meant to be terrible, and that's why she's on the fucking standard banner, because she's meant to be fucking garbage.
also watched a video from Nova Impact recently talking about the global passive situation. Now, if you don't know who Nova Impact is, they are a content creator who makes Hoyoverse story content, and I really enjoy his many theories and facts videos. Inside of his video, he talked about characters like Herda and Topaz for their overworld chest hunting abilities. Mainly Herda because she marks chests on the map. Even if she's not on the active team, the chests stay marked. I personally believe the whole fiasco with chest searching is kind of solved because they added a gadget inside the same patch that they released the Herda to help you look for chests in the overworld.
Gives a fuck about
I think it's
chest
quite
searching.
possible that we could see an in-game mode.
Still learning how to speak.
Listen, bless this guy's heart for trying, and I'm sure this guy is a fine stand-up guy.
Someone give him
The
a
reason why this guy's
CPR.
video has 50% dislikes, and that'll definitely be in the fucking thumbnail. It's really a no-brainer.
Dude has
it's
heavy
not
breath
hard to figure
talking.
out. It's terrible for the fucking game. Hoyoverse had infinite other ways they could have implemented this system into the game, and they chose not to do it because all...
It's such a shame, man, because Castorice was such a hyped character that everyone wanted, but they slapped the global bullshit to ruin it for no reason. Finally, it's over. Oh my god. Okay, that's kind of funny to me.
All they care about is money, and it fucking sucks for players. Hope this helps. Because I am curious from this guy...
Okay, so I agree with what he said at the end. It's really stupid that they made Castorice the character that they wanted to be really greedy with. Like, even if she's supposed to be an anniversary unit, it's really stupid that they decided to give this stupid global passive to her. And they could have much better implemented this by giving us, like I said and Tectone said in the video, a tower system where we could get stuff like global passives, like attack percent, crit damage. Like, it's really unfortunate the way that they decided to implement this when there could have been a ton more different examples that they could have followed, but they chose the one that was really, like, predatory and stupid. So, anyway, no ill will towards Tectone. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Giving me a little time in the spotlight, you know. it's probably gonna be like for like a day or two or something, maybe a week. But I just kind of wanted to make a video about this, talking about why it could be good, but the way they implemented wasn't it? Wasn't it? What? I meant to say wasn't. Okay. And yeah, I plan on maybe doing a face reveal once I get like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So, though, I mean, I am comfortable with showing my face. It's just that I I do sometimes get rid of videos sometimes because my face is in it. So, uh, it's kind of like those felt cute might delete later things. So, yeah. Uh, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to his reaction to my video. And I honestly hope that maybe he sees this one and we can maybe talk about this, but I wouldn't really think that I could really get up there, you know. I'm kind of small, so yeah. Peace.